Oregon is at Utah this Saturday. It is a 7:30 Eastern kick on ABC. Utah is the favored team here. The Utes are favored by 3. Utah is the quintessential knee-jerk team. They are the Pac-12 knee-jerk special this year. They started 1-2. They have gone 6-1 since then. And then you got Oregon that could be this year's Clemson special. Clemson used to have a phrase about themselves called Clemsoning. And then they redefined what Clemsoning was, and now Clemsoning is peaking at the right time. They're not quite doing it this year, but there were several years there where Clemson looked very vulnerable early, and then they looked completely unbeatable late in the season. Oregon can do that. They can be the team that peaks at the right time. As a result, this could be game of the week type material. So I want to know with Oregon, who again is the underdog in this game, is there a road formula for Oregon? And by that, of course, some people mean there's a different style you play on the road than you play at home. I don't know if there is a road formula per se. I think it's just the Oregon formula. It definitely needs to be the formula against Utah because the attention for Oregon's automatically going to go to the quarterback position. You know it. I know it. Everyone, Thursday and Friday when they're previewing these games, they're going to be talking about Anthony Brown. And they're going to be talking about whether he can get it done on the road. He can get it done in a hostile environment. And I'm telling you, yeah, he's important. Travis Dye is the most important player in this game for Oregon, especially offensively. He's the most important player in this game. They were at Washington a couple of weeks ago. This is why I'm talking about road formula, because they went up there and they rode Travis Dye. And they rode him to the tune of 28 carries for 211 yards. That was good for 7.5 per clip. And then you combine that with looking at Utah's conference loss this year, and that being at the hands of Oregon State, who hung 260 on the ground against Utah. Oh, there's a formula there. And it plays right into the hands of how Mario Cristobal probably wants to play anyway. But if that whole Clemsoning theory holds true, and if Oregon is a team ready to peak at the right time, then that's where their rushing per carry average will be Saturday. It'll float in that somewhere between 6.5, 7.5 yards per carry range. They will minimum be +1 in the turnover battle because of what Kayvon Thibodeau can do, and therefore what their corners can afford to do because of the pressure they're getting. And also, they can leverage their athletic advantage. That is where early in the year Oregon was falling flat. They have the athletic advantage outside of the Ohio State game, which ironically they won in spite of it. They have an athletic advantage over everyone they play. What's aggravating at times is when you watch Oregon, they don't get to flex it because they don't put themselves in advantageous enough positions to flex it. But if, to go back to the Clemson model, if they're peaking at the right time, one of the reasons they win this thing going away Saturday, if they do, will be because you're watching and you're saying, man, they just got better players. And they're being put in position to maximize and leverage that edge they have. So, Jesse, let's take a look at what the model thinks on this game, because I know we had a little disagreement with our friends out there in the desert. By the way, again, at Caesars, currently Utah favored by 3. The model has this thing down near a pick. It has Utah minus 0.5. Of course, when you eliminate home field, it's telling me Oregon's the better team here. I am going to ride a theory that I have that Oregon is ready to peak. And I don't know that they're going to play at the level Clemson did in those years that they won the national championship. Whatever Oregon's best brand of football is, I think we're going to see it. I think we're seeing it right now. And I think we're going to see a continuation of it this Saturday. If they get this done, to be clear, I'm picking Oregon to cover and win. If they get this done, it's got to give them all the confidence in the world to go to Oregon State, well, to play the Oregon State game. But then if you rematch with Utah in the Pac-12 championship game, it's got to give you a ton of confidence. You already went to Salt Lake City. I mean, you feel a lot better about playing them in Vegas. But there you see the standings right now in the Pac-12. It's Utah in first place, and it's Oregon in first place. And the odds to win, by the way, which Jesse has put up here, the odds to win the conference. Oregon currently a minus 125 favorite. Utah right there at plus 120. Obviously, that could change as early as this Saturday. But we will take Oregon to cover the 3 and win outright.